Hi and welcome to Finamix. Today we will see how to create bills using the Finamix Android app. So first of all, download the Finamix app from the Google Play Store. Once done, open the app and you will see two options on the screen. The first is for individual retail stores or shops which are not GST registered, and that will give you options to create bills for your customers, share them via WhatsApp, etc., manage staffs, and so on. The second option is for GST registered businesses to create GST tax invoice, credit notes, debit notes, bill of supply, advance vouchers, receipts, etc., to also generate e invoices if eligible, as well as e-way bills. So, in today's module, we will look at the individual retail store and shop. So on the screen, you will have the option to sign up in the top right corner. If you're already signed up with Finamix, you can log in using your phone number and password. So we start with the sign up process. You're given a name here. Let's say the seller name is Rahul. We give for the demo purpose, we give a dummy mobile number, which is, let's say, 98765432211. Email ID is optional. Password needs to be strong, so it needs to have a combination that is of uppercase, lowercase, etc. So let's say we call it Rahul 2021. We confirm the password again, Rahul 2021, and sign up. You will have the alert message that registration has been successful and you can now log in. So these are the 5 steps of how to use the Finamix app, just an information. So once you log in, you'll have the option to add your business details with address, UPI ID, etc. You can then create item master, category, subcategory, add staffs to your business profile, generate and share those bills with your customers via WhatsApp, SMS, email, and so on. Now we continue to the login. So we give the mobile number and the password 2021, and we log in. So on the screen, you will have the option here that says add your business. Finamix allows addition of unlimited businesses. So not just one, two, or three, but as many businesses as you have. So on the bottom of the screen, you can click on the plus icon. Let's say you give the business name here, Rahul Enterprises. PAN is optional. PIN code, let's say you are from Bangalore and you give 56000 and 3, and let's say that's Malleshwaram in Bangalore. So the address detail, address to city, state, etc. gets pre-filled, and then you have the option to give an UPI ID. Let's just say Rahul at ABCDE, for example, as our UPI ID. Please remember that Finamix securely stores your UPI ID in encrypted format. So at our backend, we have no clue of what your UPI ID is, and this is important from a security principle. If round of bill amount is applicable, which means paisa will be rounded to rupee, can click on that. If you have a business logo, you could attach that. So it could be JPG, PNG formats that you can upload. For the demo purpose, let's say we skip the logo part, we go ahead and creating one business. Now, you could have, as I said, more than one businesses, in which case you just click on the bottom icon plus here and add additional businesses. If any of your business is inactive, you can click on the button there and deactivate the business. If you want to edit the details, for example, the UPI ID has changed or the address has changed, business name has changed, etc., you can just click on the pencil icon that you see next to the business name and go ahead with the updation. So this is to do with the management of businesses. Now that you've created a business, you can go and start creating your bills. So first is items, where you have the options to add items, add categories, and also UQC. UQC is units. So Finamix gives a list of default industry standard units, but we also give you the option to add individual units by clicking on the green plus symbol and creating your own UQC as relevant for your business. So once you complete the UQC process, go to the category and add a category and subcategory. All these are optional activities. So if you do not intend to do these, you can skip these steps. This is more from a catalog management perspective. So if you want to maintain a quick inventory catalog, then you could add these as a one-time effort and keep just maintaining them for easy bill generation, and especially more detailed bill generation with item details. So add a category. Let's say we are a shop owner in the fast moving consumer goods or fast moving products category segment. So we have, let's say, biscuits, and subcategory could be cream biscuits, right? So we add that as a category and subcategory. Then we go to the items, and you have the option to add items to one or more categories. So let's say we would like to add the item of Oreo. So we just give a 0001 OR 0001 as the item code. Brand is, let's say, Cadbury. So again, if you see, all of these are optional fields like brand, item description, etc. Unit, we could give it as numbers, and we could basically mention here as OR dark as the item description. Unit price, say, is 100 rupees, no discount, and effective start date today. The reason of having an effective date is to allow future inventory additions with changes in the prices or discounts, etc. So once the item is added, then you have the option to go and create your bills. On the bills tab in the footer, on clicking that, it will take you to this screen called generated bills. And by default, Finomix will show a 3-day list of bills that have been generated, but you have the option to change and view for all prior periods as well. There are 3 tabs here: generated bills, cancelled bills, and top 5 buyers. So let's say we go ahead and create our first bill. So click on the plus sign, and Finomix will auto populate a document number and give the current date as the document date. Of course, you could change it to a prior date if you have created a bill for an earlier date. And then come to the buyer details. If the buyer details are not available, you can click on the checkbox and Finomix will give in a default value. If the buyer details are available, then you can enter those buyer details or choose from the phone book icon that is next to this field. And Finomix will just will open the phone book for you to choose the buyer and accordingly populate the mobile number, buyer code, and buyer name. So let's say we enter buyer details here and give a name. The buyer code will be populated same as the mobile number, but you can choose to change the buyer code for ease of reference, right? So the reason of having a buyer code is to allow you to have a quick entry, data entry for frequent buyers. So if you have a buyer who's quite frequent and you have a specific code for them, you can just enter the buyer code and the buyer number and the name would get pre-filled. If the buyer has given address details, then you click on the checkbox next to add address details and you have the option to add the address. This is again optional. Then you have the item details, which again the entire section is optional, but for showing you the product, let's say we give the item, we add an item detail. So it gives you the suggestion. So Finomix is giving a suggestion saying OR 0001, which is the Oreo item that we added. And it would pre-fill the UQC, brand, category, subcategory, item description, quantity, unit price, etc., etc. You have the option to change quantity. So let's say the buyer has bought 2. So you have net item value as 200 rupees. And then if you want to add more items, you could do that or go ahead with completion of the bill. The bill amount is displayed on the screen and the option to upload photos. So Finomix allows upload of up to 3 photos per bill, and they could be of any resolution and any size, and this would be very helpful to probably take a bill of or take a photo of a bill written on paper or take a product photo, etc., and add it to the bill. Submit, and the bill is generated successfully. and you have the details on the screen. Now, the three horizontal lines, on clicking them, will give you four options. You can share this information via WhatsApp. Let's say I click on WhatsApp, it will immediately search and allow me to see the details and also allow me to share those details. So it tells me find the bill details shared below, sold by Rahul Enterprises, document number, document date, bill to Amarnath, total items, bill value, and the link of the online bill. You could also share it via SMS, email, etc. You could also download a copy of the bill. This is for your reference purpose if you want to download it in a PDF format, and also cancel the bill. In the second tab, before we cancel, let's go to the third tab, which shows the top 5 buyers. So it will give you the bill count and the buyer name and the bill value. Now, to see the PDF copy, let's just look at the downloaded PDF. If the logo of the business was uploaded, that would come in the top left corner. The place now is blank because we did not upload a logo. The top right corner has the QR code with the UPI ID given below, and this can be scanned by your customers, and it will allow them to make a payment via Google Play Pay or Phone Pay or any other online payment services. It gives you the details of the bill, the transaction details like document number, document date, etc., party details of the seller and the buyer, goods or service details of what was the item, and then the total amount and also the footer details. So that's how you generate the bill. Now, for some reason, if you want to cancel the bill that has been generated, let's say we call this is duplicate, and we just want to cancel the bill, we go ahead and cancel that bill, and that will remain in this cancelled bill tab. So from there also you can kind of download and even share that information to the customer. Now, if you see on the screen, you will see that the bill, there are two entries for this bill, and this is from an accounting perspective. So how Finomics treats it is like raising a credit note for the bill that has been generated. So it's easier for accounting folks to take stock of what are the bills generated with sequence and what are the bills that were cancelled subsequently. So this gives you the reason. The first bill here on the screen tells you that the reason is duplicate and the status is cancelled, and the second bill tells you the status is reversal for cancel with a negative value. So basically doing a net off. And there is a reference for both these bills, the first bill giving the reference to the second bill and the second bill giving a reference to the first bill. So it is always easy to link them. Now, cancelled bills, if you look at a copy, you will see that there is this line cancelled that will come right on top of it. And even if you cancel the bill and subsequently the buyer clicks on the the WhatsApp link that you shared to them of the bill copy, they will see the same cancelled written on top of it. So it's easier to maintain the status of a bill between you as a seller and the buyers. The top 5 buyers not eligible now because we've cancelled that individual bill. Then finally, we go to the staffs. So you could add additional owners or partners, you could add managers, or you could have employees. So on top, you have the small eye icon next to employee. Let's click that, and it will give you the various role-based privileges. So you could add owners, managers, and employees. Employees get to add new bills, but that their role or their privileges stops with that. A lot of privileges given to managers and owners. Now, for adding any new person, you need to ensure that the user has also installed the Finomics app and has registered with their mobile number. If they have done that, then you can go ahead and add their number to the app. So here it will say, it will auto populate here the name and email ID as optional, and whether the role is a partner or manager or employee. If the mobile number is not stored, then you will have an information that will ask them to download the app, and post that you can then add the user to the application. Finally, the more details gives the link to rate us on the Play Store, gets you to get support through our operations team, as well as a link to the training materials where you have videos in across various languages to understand how the application works. So hope you had a good review of the Finamix application. We call this the B2C app. So Finamix B2C for individuals, small shop, as well as retail stores to generate and manage your customers and digitize your ledgers. I wish you a great day, and please drop in your comments and let us know how the application is. Thank you.